My aunt wore white to my brother's wedding, so I gave her something red to remember. She's always thought every family event was her runway, and I don't mean that in the fun aunt who brings energy way. I mean that even at funerals, she'd show up in sequins and stilettos claiming black is so cliché. When I turned 10, she insisted on blowing out my candles because the smoke was irritating her nose job. She was my dad's only sister, childless, single by choice, and had somehow decided that our family events were her second chance to shine. When my brother Michael got engaged to Rachel, a sweet, grounded woman who taught first grade and rescued stray dogs, Aunt Clara lost it. She insisted Rachel was plain and not high class enough for our family. She made it her personal mission to sabotage the relationship. She showed up uninvited to their dates, told Rachel's parents that Michael still had feelings for an ex, and called the engagement a sad little compromise. When they finally set the wedding date, Aunt Clara showed up to the announcement dinner in a black velvet gown, dramatic tears and all, declaring she was mourning the fall of good taste. Michael, ever the peacemaker, begged her to behave on the big day. He even bought her a custom forest green gown, elegant, age-appropriate, something she even called nice. So when she agreed to wear it, we were relieved. Naive, really. On the morning of the wedding, I was helping Michael fix his tie when I heard the gasps outside the dressing room. And then I saw her, Aunt Clara, descending the hallway in a full-length white wedding dress complete with veil, train, and rhinestones. Her dress was more extravagant than Rachel's, who had chosen a simple silk piece with no frills. Apparently, she had bought the dress months ago, hidden it at her friend's house, and planned the reveal like a Broadway finale. Michael froze. Rachel stayed hidden behind the doors. Guests whispered. Aunt Clara glided around, flipping her curls and saying, "It's vintage. It's just a joke. Don't be so uptight." That's when something in me snapped. I realized this woman, this spotlight-thirsty diva, was about to hijack what was supposed to be Rachel's moment. So I walked to the reception bar, grabbed the biggest glass of red wine I could find, made sure it was full to the brim, and approached. Aunt Clara was holding court by the altar, spinning some nonsense about challenging tradition. I called out her name, waited till she turned just slightly, and then I tripped. Well, I performed a trip. Years of high school theater finally paid off. The wine flew out of my hand like a red comet. It hit her right across the chest, soaking the bodice, splashing down the train, turning white into the color of shame. Her veil turned pink. Her sleeves dripped. She looked like a character in a true crime documentary. I gasped, dropped to my knees, crying, "Oh my God, Auntie, I'm so sorry. That dress was gorgeous." She froze. Couldn't scream, couldn't rage, not in front of 200 people. She left, of course, had to drive 3 hours each way to change into the green dress. By the time she returned, Michael and Rachel were already married. The ceremony was over. The photos had been taken. The spotlight had moved on. Later that night, Rachel's maid of honor slipped me her phone with a text from the groom. 10 out of 10 performance. Thank you. A week later, a bottle of expensive Malbec showed up at my apartment. The note read, "For the best supporting actress of our wedding." To this day, Aunt Clara shows people the photos from the wedding and sighs, "Such a shame. I would have looked stunning in those pictures, if not for the wine accident." She never says why she had to change. But now, when people look at those photos, they see what really matters. Rachel, Michael, and zero rhinestones in sight.